day, folks. Network, came into being and changed the way we did business in Ghana as freight forwarders. Now, this went on for 17 years until 2020, when the existing vendors GCNet were changed, and in came the Integrated Customs Management System, or ICUMS as we call it for short. Now, ICUMS is Ghana's single window portal now that houses the manifest declaration and logistics module in the goods clearance chain. The main modules in ICUMS include A, the manifest submission and payment related processing, and 2, declaration submission, validations, notifications, and payment related processing. And this I will explain. Now, like I said, since you have done the C model, you know that every ship comes with its manifest. Now, on the manifest is stated every cargo and the information related to that cargo for that particular vessel. Now, so this manifest is supposed to be the base information that is input on the ICUM system. Now, based on the manifest, then one could do a declaration to clear a particular item or cargo on this manifest. Okay? Now, so like we're saying, the main modules on the ICUMS model was for manifest submission, and 2, for payment-related processing, that once we have submitted our declarations following the manifest, one could make payments also on this system, okay? Now, there is an interesting bit to this in the ICUM system. For the ICUM system, we could do what was called the pre-manifest declaration. Notice what I said, the pre-manifest declaration, meaning that one could do a declaration for any particular cargo that we're clearing, although the manifest had not even been submitted on the platform. But then here is the hitch, because you need the manifest to actually do the declaration. But this time, we have a pre-manifest declaration. So this is how it works. One can do a declaration that you have an intention that I am expecting a container of car tires, okay? Now, so I do a declaration with my invoice and bill of lading. Now, customs either accepts that declaration as it is or manipulates it as in the value or the classification of the goods. Now, once that is done, if I agree with what customs has done, then I accept the declaration as it is or reject it if I think there was something wrong, and so appeal for a correction to be made. Now, once I accept this, there was a production of what they call the tax bill. Now, the tax bill will tell me how much duty I'm supposed to pay. So I make the payment for that particular duty, awaiting the manifest submission and the vessel's arrival. Now, once the vessel arrives or the manifest is input on the ICUM system, one has to do what they call the manifest matching. At this point, I go to match the declaration that I have previously done, which was a pre-manifest declaration. I have to go and manifest match. I have to match it now with the real manifest. Okay? Now, if everything goes well, that there are no differences in the declaration that I made, then I could move on to go and release the cargo from the shipping line and go to clear. I hope that explanation went down well. So other things, like I said, which could be done on the ICUMS platform is the declaration submission, which we have talked about. Validations, that is if customs should validate your declaration you've made to either accept or reject your values or accept or reject your classifications. And then also there are notifications, and then also the payment related processes that you could pay duties online through the system. Okay? Now, the manifest model allows for the lodgement of cargo manifest for customs purposes and its subsequent approval. Freight forwarders also use this model for the lodgement of consolidated cargo. I am sure in the course of the sea transport or any of the other models, you came across what we call the NVOCC, the non-vessel owning common carrier. Okay? Now, or what we call in our terms, we call the consolidators. So the consolidators, have to create their own manifests. So they do a sub-manifest which they submit to customs, and then customs accepts them for their deconsolidated cargoes. Now, this is also one aspect that is allowed on the ICUMS, that these manifests for the consolidators are also created on the platform. The module also caters for the amendment of cargo manifests by parties and its approval by customs. As a matter of necessity, there are cases where we would have to make amendments to, manifests that have been submitted on the platforms. So you may have done a pre-manifest, but then upon arrival of the cargo, you realize that, let's say it's a car, there was a mistake in the chassis number, maybe the omission of one letter or number, or maybe 0 becoming an O. And so one necessarily has to make an amendment. Now the model also allows for that to be done by all parties, after the approval of customs, on the model. We have already talked about the pre-manifest and post-manifest declarations that can be done 24/7, that can be done on the model, the ICUMS model, and registered, by registered declarants to customs on the platform. Now, ICUMS improves the visibility of cargo status to commercial users of the system and the trading community, as it provides cargo tracking capabilities. You could check your arrival of your containers or your cargo on the platform, and which would also enable the users, i.e. the importer, the port authority, and inland container terminals, to have accurate information of container and delivery order. Now you realize that on the ICUMS platform, there are, the outer terminals, the ICDs, the, port authority itself, importers could easily figure out where their containers have been placed, which terminals their containers have gone to, and then they could follow up on working on these containers. Now, we cannot finish this class by discussing the